SrSpookfest here. So I had to do this one horizontal because I forgot to hit the button. But um, so tonight I just wanted to talk about some of my experiences. I wanted to talk about some of the weird things going on in the world, just in general. So yeah, let me make sure I got chat and everything. What's up, Michael Birkin? First in chat. How's it going? I'll just show some of these. I made a Doro Dango. It's a Japanese thing. It's just dirt from my backyard with a little water, and then squish it together and keep working it and working it. Let it dry out, and then sand it a bit and shine it. I made another one, and I'm in the process of making an even bigger one. That's where it's been sitting on the shot glass. Yeah, so those are pretty cool. I like the idea you could take some dirt and just make a kind of like a cannonball or a rock. Um, so with what's been going on, let's talk about some stuff that happened to me. Let's talk about some of my videos lately. Let's talk about some of the stuff happening in the world. UFOs and drones everywhere because they're calling them drones, but they still don't know what they are. They look like drones. They have lights like drones, but car size. So whatever's going on in New Jersey, that's a whole weird thing. I figured I'd talk about some of the eye shine I got in Iowa when I went and investigated. Oh yeah, you're supposed to do 7 seconds and you can't fucking swear. Now I can fucking swear. Cheers, all. Dragon Ranger, what's up, buddy? So there's a couple things I want to talk about with. Let's shout out Jimmy, Ghost Quest. So he did a whole documentary on Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. I really liked Ghosts of Carmel, Maine. I was watching it and I was interested and wondering what was going on with the shadow figures and everything he was catching. And it turned out a lot of it is probably made up. But watching it and realizing Jimmy caught stuff when he went there. He did. He got voices and they got some weird noises. They got like footsteps. They got a voice in the basement. They got a voice in another area that sounds like a girl. Not on equipment, just talking. Somebody talking. Maybe it was outside, maybe not. But it's still interesting that he went there, talked to Kent of Ghost of Carmel, Maine, and did all that. And the documentary is amazing. So go check out Jimmy, Ghost Quest. One of the better documentaries on the subject of weird paranormal and stuff going on. I mean, I liked Carmel, Maine. I was hoping a lot of it was real. It seemed rather good. Hello. Hi, Laura. Ross Side Paranormal, Dragon Ranger, Michael Birkin. What's up? I got 16 people. Hello. So, yes, check out Michael Birkin. Check out Ross Side. Everybody I've been saying, cheers to all. It's been a little while. It's been a few weeks. I think, yeah, my last upload was the UFO disclosure from Congress, and I do have a weird thing that, like, it seems like we're throwing this stuff around like it's not a big deal, and people aren't really reacting that big for UFO stuff. As a witnesser to UFOs and having that actually like sighting with my sister and my friends in Maine all those years ago, seeing a bright orange ball, and actually the color of it was like the lit end of a cigarette. So like that color. So you could stare at it, and we're watching it hover over a lake, maybe 100, 200 feet above the lake. You could see the reflection. And now we have drones over New Jersey. We have UFO sightings last year. So they just admitted that for 17 days over Langley and the base right across from my house here in Norfolk, Virginia. 17 days. Around that time, I did catch what looks like a comet, but it's moving really slow and going upwards. Comets don't do that. It wasn't a rocket launch. I looked up all the rocket launches, known rocket launches. There was one that morning at 6 in the morning, but that was 9:22 at night or something. So my footage, maybe it was a type of drone, and I don't know. But hi, Julie J D. I always say hello to you. Thank you for coming in. Michael Birkin, I just posted the last investigation video of the year. Unfortunately, nothing major. Oh, no, it's good. A couple of inconsistent spikes on the K2 and shipping container. I had the same thing in the abandoned house in Iowa. So, taking what happened, the K2 did go off when I went back at night with my little nephew Eli, which was weird because it went off a few times. And I know that didn't have power. He didn't have his phone. I'm way too far away. Even my phone was on airplane mode. Um, the eyes in the closet is what got me because I didn't notice that during that day. I went over and I explored the two houses and the barns and tried to get in where I could because it's just an abandoned property for now. It's going to be sold, I guess, eventually. But around where we were staying, there was no other people. The closest thing was a graveyard right down the road, and then wasn't another house or person for a couple like a mile or more. So, went in the house, searched everything. When I opened the closet, I didn't see it at all. I only noticed it when I reviewed the video. I open the closet, you see like eye shine on the wall, and I pinpoint the exact area. Me and Eli went back and I looked. There was nothing reflective on the wall. I was thinking maybe thumbtacks in the wall or nails on the wall. There was a green box on a shelf under that like angle of where the stairs would be to go upstairs. We didn't even go in the basement. I didn't want to try and pull Eli down in the basement. He's still pretty young and definitely was nervous, so I just wanted to do a quick investigation. It was also like 8 degrees out, but couldn't find any reason for the reflection, like the eye reflection. It does look like eyes. I thought maybe the light bulb or something had a weird reflection, but then I pinpointed the spot. When we went back and I looked, it's actually just on the flat wall. I thought maybe there's a hole in the wall and that was an animal. So I do have a video I put slow motion so you can see the eyes, which I'm just going to call them glowing eyes because I can't explain it. I went back and checked. There was nothing reflective there. I know the spot where the eyes should have been, but there was nothing. There was no hole. It couldn't have been an animal. More things about the UFO stuff. On the way home from Iowa, we were in West Virginia, and we had left Point Pleasant, the Mothman area, and we stopped and checked out some stuff at the Mothman area, and I want to stay at a hotel, the Low Hotel or whatever. But driving home, I think we were about into Virginia, near the Appalachian Mountains and stuff, and I noticed a plane, so I just took out my phone and started filming. And then I seen two other lights behind what I knew was a plane, and filmed for like a minute or two. And then I checked my star map, and those two were no stars. It wasn't planets. I thought maybe they were bright enough where it should have been like Mercury or Venus, and nothing. So then I filmed for about a minute or two. I haven't even put this up because a lot of UFO stuff just gets denied. People say they don't know what they saw. It could have just been a plane. It could have been a helicopter. But these didn't move until we were further down the road, maybe another 20 minutes, and then I just seen them kind of float up. And I didn't film that part. I should have kept filming. It kind of floated up and just whoop, disappeared. So I just have to say that was weird. There weren't planes. Obviously, they weren't in like a line for landing, like with that other plane that went past, and the other planes in the video. But let me see what you guys are saying. The amount of stuff that I've witnessed and I've had happen. So from UFO to Shadow Kid to voices in my ear, real ghost voice, Bridgewater Triangle, the UFOs, the voices, the Shadow Kids, okay, fine, whatever. Even if I am witnessing it with other people, maybe it is just a trick of light and we are being a natural cause. But some stuff can't be explained. Those eyes, I can't explain in that closet in the abandoned house in Iowa. Another thing, the UFO stuff seems to be just, well, there's aliens possibly in the ocean. Okay. Like nobody, okay, well, if you don't care, then you don't care, whatever. Maybe you don't give a shit at all. Fine, but it is like on the line of paranormal stuff. Maybe we should look into it more. Maybe we should have like a whole dedicated And I don't mean military or anything like that. Maybe we should all get together and do big group searches of stuff. Go out sky watching. Um, there has to be more that we just don't even understand from this whole weirdness in the world. I think the best part of the disclosure thing was that the questions they were asking at the Congress and those people saying, "Come at me, bro. What is immaculate constellation?" I shouldn't even say that, because now I'm on a list. Come at me, bro. MIB. But the whole immaculate constellation stuff, they gave them that file made 3 minutes before it all started, so they didn't have time to read any of that. But they have the whole file, and now it's like released. But you know, all right, you're giving us the most basic stuff. Obviously, this is a public thing, and we can't actually have everything because it's top secret and national security, blah blah blah. But what else is going on? Because it's not just UFO paranormal stuff going on. The Miami Mall, portals, shadow aliens. Okay, and then what else is going on? Like CEO just got murdered in the street in New York. Like whoa, there's war. Who knows what's going to be going on in the next few months? Hopefully, Trump can actually talk to the whole thing, and it's not World War III. This world right now, we are living in a movie. It is very weird. Let me read some of this. Oh, Claire from PNC Paranormal. Hello. Michael Burkett, Julie J. and D. I'm just going through to make sure. Kat Lynn, hello. Rawside Paranormal, Dragon Ranger. I'm just making sure I got everybody. Hello, 13 people. Die 420 Witch, hi. Spectral Whispers, good to see you. So, like I was saying earlier, check out Ghost Quest. He did a great documentary on the Ghost of Carmel, Maine. And I do believe he caught some stuff. He definitely caught some stuff while he was there investigating. Wayne Dawson, what's up? Thank you guys for coming in. So, the weirdness is going on. We got home, and I'm going to tell you something that I didn't expect at all. So I know my house is haunted. I've done enough. I don't really do. Excuse me. I don't really do a lot of investigations here anymore. I think after I got pinched and stuff really started moving and falling over a lot, and I was like, all right, maybe it's a rat or a mouse or something. But we got home from Iowa, so we did like a 20-hour drive. We were all tired. I started moving the elf on a shelf for my kid, and I put him in a light, like a little round fixture, so his little butt was stuck in the light. And the mother-in-law is sitting out in the living room, and then I hear thump thump, and I'm like, what was that? He had like jumped up and jumped out of the light. That's what she said. And so I tried it again. I put him back in the same spot, and I'm like tapping the bottom of the light. I'm like hitting the door, maybe open, close the door, but nobody did that, and he didn't fall. So I'm like, all right, that was weird. Like 2 minutes later, I hear Kurt, and I'm like, what was that? The attic door had cracked open a good amount, like that much, and it's a pull down. You pull the string down, but it has a metal bar that either goes this way so you can open it or that way. And I always keep it that way so the attic door doesn't come down. Even wind, it's not going to move. That little bar, I have to take a stick and hit that metal bar to get it out of the way to open the door. So why that was open, how that was open, I don't know. So right after a little elf on the shelf jumps out of the light, which his butt was in the light like that, like in there. I don't know how he fell. I don't know why the attic door opened a few moments later, and I heard it open. So I closed it and said, hello, everybody, we are home. Like, because I'm just assuming it was too much to say, no, it's nothing. Stuff like that happens to me all the time. You kind of get used to it, but that was a big one. That was really weird. We were all like, what in the hell is going on? Oh, well, hello. Hey, witch. Wayne Dawson. Die 420 Witch should be out of work soon. Yeah, it's a little cold. It's nothing like Iowa was, though. It was actually warm today. We got lucky. So that whole glowing eye thing in the closet, if you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. Maybe I should just show it real quick. Let's do that. Hold on a sec. All right, so let's just show this because I cannot explain this. This is one I can't explain. I've never really thought about like maybe an animal, maybe whatever, you know. This is a slowed down version. So you at least be able to see the eyes really good in this. When we went back and checked, there was nothing. There's no reason for this. I still can't explain it. Yeah. No idea. That's a shelf right there. But it was on the back wall, and when we went back and I checked, it actually there was nothing there. I couldn't explain it. There's no reflective stuff. It was odd. Um, Hi Riley.
Hi.
You knocked all my stuff over. It's all right. Here you go. I'm just doing a live chat. I'll be done in a little bit. I know. But anyway, the house was pretty cool. It didn't really like give me any haunted vibes or anything. I was shocked, really. I was like, what? How is this possible? I don't. Let me see what you guys are saying. Michael Birkin, hold on, let me make sure I'm reading all your. I gotta fix this. So, everybody's saying hi to each other. Kind of nippy right now. Oh no, thy 420 wish. Bless you, lovely. She is very pregnant and working. Hopefully she gets. All right, come on, Riley. Come say hi. Show your shirt. Say hi.
Hi.
Cookie Monster. All right, go ahead. Go watch your movies and show. I'm watching scary stuff. I'm talking about scary stuff.
I'm watching YouTube.
I know you're watching YouTube.
It's watching you.
I have. All right, Riley, go. Go ahead. Yeah, please. I'll give you chocolate.
Okay.
Yes. Go watch your TV.
You want some, sir?
Yes. Go. Michael Birkin. I have Cheza and Steve from Nocturnal Frequencies Radio going over the snapping sound that I caught and debunked, but lend more experienced pair of ears. I mean, it's something weird. I've listened to it a few times. It is. I was thinking maybe you got like an acorn or something fell, but really doesn't sound like that. It sounds like it's inside the container. So that is very odd, Michael. A few more months. Yes, honey. New baby coming. I'm going to be very busy, so I don't know how many investigations I'll be getting out to, but I still will be. The other day we went through Yorktown, the historic district, and I definitely want to get to Yorktown for my next investigation. Definitely a haunted area. Hopefully see some Civil War ghosts or Revolutionary War ghosts. Friday House, what's up? I would love to see the original footage from what Friday House. Yeah, I seen Michael Burke, and you went back and checked it out the next day and messed around just to see if you could find out or if it did it again. Sometimes you get stuff and it just can't be explained. It's not always going to be, oh, I can debunk it, I can debunk it. Sometimes you're like, what in the hell? Because going back that night in Iowa, I was like, there's got to be nails or tacks in the wall or a hole where an animal was looking. I was thinking possum. It just has to be natural. Go back and in the spot, I figured out where the spot is exactly. It's just a flat wall. There was nothing. There was no reflective stuff. I tried to make it reflect again. Some people said maybe it's the box on that little shelf, but that box is just like a dull green color, and it wouldn't just make two dots like that, like eyes. You'd get like a bar of shine or a line of shine. So it's just something unexplainable. Another thing I can't explain. Same thing with the ghost voice in the Bridgewater Triangle. Um, I really think I got lucky with that one. It was probably my second, third time out in those woods doing it, and maybe one of the first times I filmed out there.
Daddy, Mommy's calling me.
Hi, Mama.
Yep, Mommy's calling. Yeah.
The Mama.
Yeah.
Here, take it and go. Love you, Mama. She's on here too, so. It could have been lens flare reflection on the lens itself. Possibly. Possibly for the eyes. But it is odd that it was just two dots. What's with the two dots? It would have been more. Like, there may have been another reflection up above, but I didn't have a light on my camera. It was just my flashlight. Maybe it, like, bounced off that wall and doubled back to me or tripled back, and that's... It looks very odd. That's why I slowed it down and put up the slow motion footage. It could be debunked, I guess. But very odd. It freaked me out enough to go back and check and do an investigation. Working and lurking. Oh, I'm always working. I mean, so to make one of these takes about 5 hours. This is just dirt and water. It's a Doro Dango. It's pretty hard. It's almost a rock. Cannonball. I'm making a giant one, but I did make a bigger one, and they are not easy to make. Now I'm trying to make a huge one. It takes hours and a lot of molding and just holding, and you put a little bit of water and then you get the water out. That's a giant one that is setting up. Hopefully, eventually it will actually work, but it does like to crack and fall apart until you get it to a certain stage, and it's not easy. So I'm going to try and go bigger and bigger. I'm going to make a giant one of these times. I want to get some red sand. I want to do different colors, different dirts. Is anybody here I didn't call out? I'm sorry if I missed you. Friday House, Michael Birkin, by 420 Witch, Claire from PNC Paranormal. Check out all these people, because a lot of these people have channels. Check out Jimmy from Ghost Quest. Amazing documentary. I loved Carmel, Maine. Check out Spectral Whispers. She's got awesome birdies and stuff. Yes, hit the like button. I usually don't even say that much, but it does help, I guess. Tickle the algorithm, whatever. You know. And then this was actually a good movie, the new Beetlejuice. I liked it. I've seen it twice now, and I actually really liked it. They did a great job. Some movies don't need to be remade or get a second movie, but that one, I love it. I will be right back. Okay, so there is a few other things that I can mention that happened. While we were staying at the house in Iowa for Thanksgiving time, all the New Jersey drones and all that it's still going on right now. But they were like, yeah, we think maybe something in the basement at our house, and their house is built in the 1920s. All the properties around them are empty. There's only a graveyard next door. And I was standing there, I'm having a cigarette, and I'm standing by the door, and I thought somebody coming out of the basement, like somebody actually, I could hear footsteps and coming out and coming up the stairs out of the basement. And like I even kind of thought I saw somebody coming. Nobody was in the basement. I went down and looked, and I'm like, okay. So then I looked upstairs. Everybody's just relaxing on the couches. Nobody's walking around. I'm like, did you? All right. Well, then I find out that Kirsten, so my sister-in-law just has had very similar things or heard noises down there and blah, blah, blah. It's, okay, maybe somebody did pass away in that house a long time ago. I mean, it's a huge property. Maybe one of the neighbors, you are next to a graveyard. Hey, it was just luck and something happened. A lot of strange things all the time. It's not like every day, but when you get involved in this type of stuff and you're more aware or you're kind of into the subject of paranormal, it seems when you start to talk about certain things or actually just bring up this stuff like me sitting here talking about this now might make a little more activity going on, or maybe you're more aware of it because you were talking about it. Power of suggestion. Okay, fine. But then what is with group visuals of paranormal activity? What is when everybody's having when you have more than one? So it's the same thing as around the world. Way back in the day, thousands of years ago, we all talked about Bigfoot, Yeti, the skunk ape, from North America, South America, all the way to Russia, China, the Alps, everywhere that you can think of on the planet had a similar story of that guy. How, if we weren't communicating, like, let's give it 7,000 years ago or whatever, doesn't really matter. We all have very similar stories. UFO stories, Bigfoot, sea monsters. Why do we have dragon stories all over the world that are very similar? From Native American to Viking to ancient Chinese to the samurai, way back Egyptian stuff is really starting to line up now, where I'm not sure that we can keep debunking the way we're debunking because of the amount of ridiculous proof of just visuals. There's more cameras, there's more people citing this stuff every day, all the time. More evidence now than ever. A lot of it is probably natural. A lot of it is probably drones. A lot of it is probably just a normal animal. Once in a while, there's like that 15% where it's like, wait a minute, what is this? Okay, that can't be explained naturally. What's going on? Why are we not talking about this more? Why are we in Congress and talking about human hybrid aliens or technology that has nothing to do with the UFOs, but alien technology like tools? And like maybe we do have some equipment. Obviously, we're 40 years. Every 40 years, the military comes out and says, yes, we have this technology around there. What is it that is 40 years more advanced than us right now that they have that we don't know about? What's up?
I'm getting my burger. I'm not face them.
So a lot of people are saying Project Bluebeam, and this is like a whole thing.
You know Knife at Freddy's. Just say yes.
Five Nights at Freddy's. They all know that.
Just say yes, please. Just say yes.
Yes, they know. Sab's Workshop, what's up? Say hi.
Hi.
Yes, so the Riley,
Hello.
he'll even say he sees ghosts, but I think that's because he's been around me too much. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, You did see, you did witness the UFO out in front of the house with me though, when he was like 4, and you saw it. No, a couple of years ago.
I'm not 4.
You were like 4 still.
I'm not.
No, you're 6.
I'm 6.
Okay, now go. I told you, you're not gonna get any chocolate.
I was.
Let me do. I'm gonna give you chocolate.
That's not chocolate.
No, it's not. It's dirt. But let me read what you guys are saying. Please go.
Give me real chocolate.
I will. I will give you real chocolate in a little bit.
Okay.
You gotta be good.
Then give me a chicken chocolate.
Go now, and I will give you chocolate later.
Okay.
Mama, will you get him some chocolate?
Please, Mom.
Go.
Chicken cock.
Go. You have to go now, or you're not getting chocolate. No pillow fights. 3, 2, 1. No pillow fights during the live. That's not allowed. Let's see. Y'all hit that like button. I already read that. Thank you, Spectral Whispers. Wayne Dawson. Live chat reminder. Yeah, I just decided to go live and start talking about this stuff. I wanted to shout out Jimmy and Ghost Quest. Definitely check out his documentary. Some of this we should be very harsh on. A lot of the videos are fake. We kind of all know. If you're in this community and you've done investigating, you know how it is. It's not like you're going out finding ghosts every time. Maybe weird stuff does happen. It's very difficult not to be scared. Well, unless you're going out with people. I usually go alone. I've freaked out. I've definitely reacted to natural things and run away. It's just part of it. You get used to it. It is scary going out. It's scary going in an abandoned place. That house going in there in Iowa, I was rather nervous to do that. I didn't want to get in trouble. The doors were open and there was no trespassing signs or anything. So I won't break anything. I'm not going to hurt anything. I am just exploring. I do that for every place that I go into. Even if there is no trespassing, I don't think if the doors are wide open and you go look inside, that's not really trespassing. Trespassing actually means you're like going in there with ill intent, breaking stuff, or doing idiotic stuff. A lot of people are immature and idiots. That's just how it is. I think some of the historical stuff, like in Bridgewater Triangle, I have had a hard time even looking back and being like, well, all right, I can try and like rock that up to a bunch of coyotes or different animals, and nothing that I've ever caught is paranormal. But to me, it is. I can't deny. So you go over a certain line when you actually have an experience, and it's undeniable to yourself because of what are you going to say if, like my ghost voice in the woods, I couldn't say anything other than, okay, that's paranormal. Some people are going to say pareidolia. Some people are going to say you stepped on a branch. Some people are going to say it was a dog bark in the distance. That's what I said in the video. I thought I brushed it off. I said it's a dog bark in the distance, and it didn't. That was nothing. I was a little bit freaked out. I did hear that. It seemed closer than, but then I just wanted to keep going and keep pushing the investigation forward. The eyes in the closet. I cannot explain that. I went back and checked. It was just a piece of wall. There's no hole. I really thought there was going to be a hole in the wall with like maybe a rat or an animal was looking through. Even me and Eli were talking about maybe it was a possum, maybe it was I said a cat, and then it wasn't possible for that area. There were some nails in the wood, but they were rusty and old. They did not have any reflection. So maybe camera reflection from my flashlight. I still don't. It is possible to be debunked, but to me it's still rather good. evidence. It was odd. And then it went away, and then it didn't happen again when I went back to the closet and tried it again. Uh, you can debunk everything you want, and maybe at some point we are actually, what you're debunking and does seem natural is actually paranormal. So it could go the other way too, where, okay, that seemed like an animal, blah, blah, blah. But then when you take a deeper look into it, maybe it wasn't an animal, it just seemed like an animal, and you debunked it wrong. That can happen. We're not all perfect. It's not. It's not even a real science, I guess. It is. We can make it science, but let's see what you guys are saying. Michael Burkett, Beardo is being a bad adopted brother learning a language. Not necessarily to be more like this is Dragon Ranger. I didn't know where light source were and such. So that's what I did think. Maybe my flashlight did it, but when I went back and filmed in there, it didn't do it. I was really thinking two thumbtacks, like with like a white top, like thumbtacks, not not actually glowing eyes. Um, but I have to call it like I see it and put it up and just show my footage, show what I got. There's the original footage, which is pretty fast. You can barely, like, the eyes go by really fast. That's why I slowed it down. If it was a reflection off that wall, it would have happened again. I would have been able to replicate. I could not replicate it. There was nothing shiny on that wall. So I think going forward with all investigations, if I catch something and I review the video, I'm going right back. I'm going to try and recreate it. I'm going to try and, okay, well, if that was a shadow over there, let's see if I can get another thing to be a shadow over there in any way possible. Put some lights behind me and then go film. I didn't have anyone else with me when I saw those eyes. I didn't notice the eyes. If I had, I would have ran. I kept exploring. Uh, I mean, the amount of things in my life, at this point, I already know. So for me, it's a lot different. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying. You don't have to believe any of my videos. That's fine. Go debunk them. Go see if you can figure out some of my weirder ones. Over the years, I have maybe 5, 10 videos that I've been like, what? There's something weird going on. I can't explain it. So, UFO disclosure, from that to murders to the drones over New Jersey. What else you guys want to talk about? Let's talk about some stuff. I just watched Smile 2. Dude, it was pretty good. It's not bad. Uh, let's see. Friday House. Seeing the raw footage, I could try to dig deeper into the dark area, putting it from the screen and record it would almost useless after YouTube compression had affected it. I could send you the raw footage. I didn't delete the videos. They're on my phone. This is also, everything I'm doing is on a phone. I don't edit much. My edits are, maybe I'll put something in and it looks like an old VHS, and I might put some music. I don't edit. I don't cut. Usually if I'm doing an investigation, I'm not going to pause and then continue. I just want the whole thing. 90% of the time I'm alone. I'm very biased because I know ghosts exist. I know UFOs are real. I know that there's other things out there. There are cryptids. There's weird stuff. You don't have to. That's not for me to tell you. I'm just showing video, and I don't think I get a lot of views from it. I don't care. I don't care if this channel ever gets monetized. I don't care if I get a thumbs up. I don't care about any of that. I'm documenting. This is for myself. I want proof. I want ghosts on camera. I want a shadow person. I want UFO flying up and hitting me in the face. I want a Bigfoot to come punch me in the nuts. I'm not kidding. I want it. I don't think everything is so it's so over exaggerated, clickbaited. And then everybody that's debunking is toxic and a bully. No, we need to debunk. I think some of this UFO Congress stuff going on with the questions, we just want to know a few things. There's very little, we signed an NDA. We can't say anything. It's top secret. It's under the classified booklet of this Project Blue Book, Paperclip, fucking Majestic 12. You keep going. Keep going. You have hundreds and thousands of hours of evidence, probably HD video, fine, really nice videos of showing UFOs. What they give us is black and white gimbal and tic tac, and they give us the look at that. Did you see that? You get the blurry Bigfoot footage. Um, I've been talking about this since I was probably like 10. I've told my mother there's stuff after this. I didn't know even then. By the time I was 16 and I had my OBE, my NDE, or not an NDE because I guess I did pass away for a little bit. Fell off a car. I remember floating above my body and looking at myself bleeding on the street, and my friends standing there. And then I woke up in a helicopter, and they were asking me who the president was. Um, Next day, I was out of the hospital. Doctors and nurses said he should have cracked his skull open. I had a lump on my head like bonehead. My knuckles were all torn off. My eyes and ears and nose bled. My ass was bleeding. Excuse me. But, hey, I pretty much died. Um, when I had the OBE, I realized I can still do that. If I feel like it, I can go meditate, lay down, and have an out of body experience. I think after that, I really realized how far this goes. This is way more. We're all connected. Consciousness is a weird thing. Beyond that, you are limitless to your imagination. The human brain is insane. Insane in the membrane. Yeah, the compression rate on it's not good, especially not with my phone. My phone's older. So it's not going to be perfect anytime. Even if I had a better camera and better this and that, it still would have been the same footage, but maybe a little more high quality. I also saw my brother and even thought it was him. So the I-420, which had some experiences while we were there, and I knew something was going on um, as soon as that happened in the basement with the footsteps, and I thought somebody was coming out of the basement. And they have dogs and they have cats, and I thought maybe a cat got down there or something at first. Nothing. Um, she even had to look twice and see if he left the room. Nope. But Ryan, I would believe, either you're gagging or sleeping. Hell, I have activity at my house like strange noises, and one person has died here, and even Beardo thinks I might have activity because of living in the middle of nowhere, pretty much. Michael Birkin? Probably. If somebody passed away in your house, residual energy, or maybe it is intelligent. I think that's another thing. I don't go to people's houses that they live in. Um, I'm not saying I'm going to help anyone with paranormal. I'm not looking for that kind of paranormal. I am looking for random historical paranormal stuff. Civil War ghosts, older ghosts. I don't want to get involved in families and tell them they have ghosts or anything. I have done it for one person, but that was just my friend, and she had a lot of things happening. When I went to her house, a lot of my equipment did go off in odd ways. some high EMF, so that might have been part of it. Maybe she is feeling weird effects from the EMF. People say that doesn't happen, but it does. Mm. With a pipe fitting electrical HVAC background, if you ever have hooked up high power lines to or 440 or 277, if you're hooking up high power and you know what electricity feels like when you're sitting around it and you're playing with it, it gets intense. You know it's there. You could feel it in the air. Um, I've been hit by everything. 120. I've been hit by 400 fucking volts. I've gotten blown up by a TV. It's what Tesla would have said. My favorite inventor, Tesla, would have said, "You're creating a field around you, and your body resonance with that electricity. Something happens when you're around a certain amount of electricity or wavelengths." It's a very odd one. I'm not going to get into it too much. It was a T-Rex dragon. T-Rex equals dragon. Technically, I mean, Cyclops were woolly mammoths. When ancient people dug up a woolly mammoth and they saw the skull, there's a huge hole in the front of it from where the trunk comes out of, and they thought that was an eyeball. Ancient giants, I believe there were ancient giants. There is an island off North Carolina. I forget the name of it. But average height, 7.5 foot tall skeletons. They found a bunch of them up to like 10-foot skeletons. There was a whole TV show searching for giant skeletons. H&H Brothers from New Hampshire. Uh, there's a lot. There's so much that people don't understand about UFOs, paranormal, ghosts, giants, everything. I believe everything existed. There was a thing called the Younger Dryas, and that was pretty much a world extinction, like world flood, and then Noah's Ark type stuff. But before that, I believe we had everything. We had the power to build pyramids by actually levitating stone. We had amazing technology. I'm not saying dragons were 100% real, but possibly, and they had bird bones. We don't find many pterodactyl bones. We do not find those type of bones, the bird bones from ancient times. They just disappear. They're hollow bones. They don't turn into fossils like everything else. There's a few other pieces of evidence too. Sea monsters all over the world. I screwed up the music. Hold on. So, with just my own personal sightings, it's gotten to the point where I can't deny it. I can't deny UFOs. I can't deny shadow people. Ghosts are real. I don't have any other way of explaining or even coming up with a good excuse. Like, oddly, I want to. I want to be able to debunk this. I can't. I can't debunk my real ghost voice, Bridgewater Triangle. I can't debunk the eyes in that closet. I can't. There's nothing I can do. I can't debunk that UFO out front. I know I can look up and find out information. Maybe there was a rocket launch. People said it's Elon Musk's SpaceX. That's Florida. I'm in Virginia. I'm in Norfolk. They have rocket launches right at this base, but they announce them. They're online. You can see them. What time, when, what kind, where it's going, what's it doing. Maybe they have some secret ones, but then more people would be reporting. If you have secret rocket launches across from 5,000 people living across from the base, just normal citizens, they're going to say, "What the hell was that?" And then they're going to want to know, Why did I see a huge thing shooting through the sky last night? Um, it's not exactly secret if your base is right next to a civilian area, hundreds of, like thousands of people. So it wouldn't be very secret. I'd be the luckiest person alive if I caught a secret rocket launch on tape and then put it up and nobody did anything. Come at me, bro. That immaculate constellation stuff. That's, I think, rather important. You're actually looking at, they call it immaculate constellation because it is a constellation, and we know that that constellation actually has life near it, and possibly life smart enough to travel here. I mean, look, they announced, we just announced that we have near light travel. We have propulsion systems that are beyond. We can go a million miles an hour, no problem. Um, then we got plasma. So people are saying G-force stuff and all this. No, if you make a plasma shield, you're all good. You don't have to worry about G-force. There's no more. Basically, a gravity shield. We have technology. I 100%. So another thing I was watching the other day. Here's another channel. Check it out. Ninjas are butterflies. So these guys are talking about cars and Elon Musk and the electric car and blah blah blah. Well, the first electric car was built in 1909. 1909. That electric car could go 70 miles on one charge. They had charging stations. They had electric car charging stations in New York and in different areas for that. And it was basically a little room with curtains that you drove, and it had like a little bar that you could turn left or right, like a just steering bar. You didn't have like a steering wheel. There's other things like that. The water car. If you don't know what a water car is, the guy who invented the water car ended up dying. Like immediately after he came out and told people about it. It's a hydrogen splitter, oxygen hydrogen splitter. You're running your car off the hydrogen gas, oxygen, H2O. So you split it, and all you had to do is you could pee in it. You could put ocean water in it. You could put water. You could put juice. You could put anything liquid in this engine. Run your car as normal as gas, and it would run off water. That guy died. You do not mess with the. You do not mess with patents or the invention companies. I think Tesla screwed up and did too much and had too many inventions. And then he died broke and alone. He didn't. I mean, the remote control, the radio control, AC current. He even created a machine that would vibrate, or the oscillator. Mythbusters tested it and said it was too dangerous to keep testing because they would have knocked down a bridge. It was a little machine. It was a little thing that clipped onto the part of the bridge, but it found the resonance of the bridge and would break it. It's the same concept as a singer tings a glass and sings and finds the resonance and breaks the glass with his voice. So he actually was said, Tesla was said to attach that to his building, like a I-beam on his building, and almost knock down the building. I'm sure you've all seen the picture of him sitting in a room with a Faraday cage and the lightning shooting all around him, and he's like reading a book. The thing is, he knew what he was doing and where he was sitting. You can play with electricity as much as you want, and you don't have to get electrocuted. If you know it, well, I've done a lot of electrical work, more than that, but between electricity, vibration, and harmony, it's a harmony of everything. Your body vibrates at something. My table, everything, this hat is vibrating at a certain frequency. Everything can be figured out. Scientifically, we are advanced enough to know that. Like, Back to the Future is such a famous movie for being time travel. Are these aliens and UFOs time travel of us in the future trying to affect us now so we don't fuck up the future too much. And then that goes into Mandela effect. Well, Mandela effect really started like 2012. Berenstain Bears. Okay, all right, small things, and smaller, like very small things that you wouldn't notice. I think that's the point. You wouldn't notice, but things have shifted. There's a lot to a lot of this that has to do with everything. Almost everything is connected. I it may seem I talk out of my ass, and I'm actually just like having fun talking about this stuff like it's normal, but to me it is normal. It's not the fact that we can debunk a lot of stuff. We can deny a lot of stuff. We can have fun and joke about a lot of this stuff. When you start to look at it from a bigger picture, you start to look at it all together. Was Atlantis real? How far did the Egyptians go into actual weird magical stuff? The Dead Sea Scrolls never existed, and then we found them. The Ark of the Covenant didn't exist, it's just a story. I think we're going to find it. The one cup, Indiana Jones would say he was a carpenter. He had a simple cup. Some of this stuff that I'm talking about could definitely get me in trouble. Especially saying, Immaculate Constellation. I mean, what are some of these drones? We don't have drones that are car sized. I want to ride. If we got those kind of drones, is it China? Is it just UFOs and we're calling them drones so we don't freak everyone out? Is it Project Bluebeam and we're trying to trick people around the world into thinking, all right, there's aliens and we're going to have to, as a human race, we're going to have to get together and solve this? I mean, look at Independence Day. Have our major movies been influencing us and trying to tell us something? Possibly. I know I get a little crazy. Let me read some comments. So Michael Birkin, I may have been in the works for my second online professional sale. My friend Eric McCartney from a pair of wooden spoons that I've carved for $20. Wooden spoons? Nice, dude. I used to get beat with those by my grandmother. Darling Wayne. Thank you, Claire. I'll be 36 again forever. I'm 37. I'm old. Not really. Uh, so another channel I've really gotten into and been watching a lot of is Area 52. I highly suggest watching Area 52. Project Gravatar, the Bob Lazar story. Anything you can find, watch it, learn. It's kind of like reading books when you're watching documentaries. Check out the Y Files, they have a lot of info on different things like this. But looking into Area 52 and what they're doing, Chris Ramsey, probably one of the top people in the world to get into the UFO and not be, I don't know, it's a little different because it's just a YouTube guy, right? But he's a magician. He does puzzles, and then he also does, weird things where it's like, all right, we're just going to study this today, and we're going to look up remote viewing. We're going to go to the Monroe Institute. So there's this place called the Monroe Institute in Virginia, and I want to go because I've had an out of body experience when I almost died. I fell off a car. I had an out of body experience. I went somewhere. I know it was very nice and relaxing. I was told nope and literally got pulled back and put back in my body basically. I guessed by my guardian angel. They talk about vibration and how you feel when that does happen to you. Your body kind of goes numb. You're in and out of sleep state. You're between the line. You're walking the line of awake, asleep, or maybe you are dead. Maybe that's what death's like. Um, what happened to me was very extreme. I did die, and I know I did, and I know what happened to me. I remember all of it. I don't remember the week before. I don't remember what anything except for being on that car. Boom, and then I kind of remember the helicopter ride into Boston, and I remember waking up in the hospital and the doctor saying, "This kid should be fucking dead. This kid should have his brain splattered on the ground." He was all signs of brain hemorrhage. He smashed his brain against his skull. He might even cracked his skull. Huge lump, eyes, ears, nose bleeding. Everything's bleeding, internal bleeding. Nope, I was fine the next day. I left the hospital. I went home. I had never been that happy. I think also I had known, like before that any of that happened to me, I wholeheartedly believed there's something after this. There's ghosts. There's this. There's that. Everything's real. What's messed up about all of this? Like, I get debunking. I get investigating. I get searching for weird and wonderful things. But I have always just kind of known. It wasn't. I never even thought out of myself like this is all fake. Um, it's real. It's just real. Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Bye.
Say hello.
Hi.
Let's read some comments.
Okay.
I've been talking a bunch of poop.
Yeah.
All right. Sheila.
Who's Sheila?
Sheila. Hi, Sheila.
Ah, Sheila. Who are you?
I say hi to her all the time.
Sorry.
That's all right. Let's see. I love myths, mystery, unsolved conspiracies.
What the Sigma?
This is Wayne
the
Dawson.
Sigma?
And theories are crazy, but yet are so real. My favorites are folklore. Would you not kick me in the ribs? Get going. No. You gotta go. Give me a little bit longer and then I'll come play. Pinky swear. I'll come play. All right, go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Go ahead. You got one.
Hello.
Count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let me read your comments. Sorry. I don't mind him coming on, but I do just want to be serious and talk about some of this stuff. So, local legends. Every town just in the United States, every town, every state has its own local legends or odd things that happen. Look them up. It's wherever you live. It doesn't even matter in the world where you live. Look up your town's history. It's insane. It doesn't matter where you are. There was something, and there is something, or cryptid, or UFO, or ghosts. There's something. If there's not, then that's even weirder that you don't have anything in your area. Wayne Dawson SrSpookfest, I remember that story. Tesla was a genius. Yes, he was. So Tesla also was accused of being a wizard the first time he took out his remote control boat or radio control boat, because he came up with the radio control. They said, "What are you doing?" And he had like a little thing and was controlling a little boat around a pond. And there, everybody in the town looked at him and said, this, people were still thinking like, witch, wizard, that's something demonic, you're weird. And like, he actually like got in trouble for that. They looked at him differently after that. They did not like Tesla. Why do you think he disappeared into a weird study and created AC current? Edison and them took DC current and burned an elephant alive to try and say AC current does this, and killed an elephant with it. And DC current is way more alternating current and direct current. Direct current is much more dangerous. If you get shocked by your car, it hurts a lot more. Sheila, me too, and I considering starting my own YouTube channel next year, just talking about mysterious things and stuff. Goes state by state. Think it would be a good start with the Dogman legend in South Carolina. Dogman legend, South Carolina, 100% guarantee you there is some weird stuff going on other than these guys. I mean, Bigfoot, sure. A lot of people don't go and don't get to see it, but Mothman, I did not believe in Mothman. I went to the Mothman Museum. Holy crap. Um, Police reports, the citizen reports, there's hundreds of reports. Cornstalk from the Native American, I forget the group, but Cornstalk was the leader and said there is a moth man, but I don't think he said Mothman, Birdman. And that was a local legend among those Native Americans way before Silver Bridge collapsed, Point Pleasant, any of that was there. There was Native American legend of Mothman. Then there was Indrid Cold. Indrid Cold is a completely separate thing. I know a lot of people have probably seen the movie. They made Mothman Indrid Cold, right? But Indrid Cold was actually came down on a UFO. They said what looked like a little gas lantern sideways, the glass bulb. So you'd have the big part in the middle and smaller sides, like kind of hourglass shape, but an oil lantern. Um, Came down, landed, stopped old trucks and like asked, "Hey, what do you do for work? Are you happy? Are you married? Do you have kids?" And then got back on his spaceship and left. That happened multiple times. That happened more multiple times that even police reported it. So Injured Cold is even more interesting. You should definitely check out Hellier or Planet Weird on YouTube. Planet Weird is an amazing channel, or even The Unbinding. That's a great one. The Unbinding is very good. The New Kirks on YouTube. So check out Planet Weird. Uh, I have to say, Hellier is still my favorite. They went looking for goblins in Kentucky, and what they came out with was way more. Um, there's other such like things like that. Goblins and elves and fae folk all around this world. Massachusetts, Bridgewater Triangle, pugwudgies. Little trickster things that will run around. They have magic sticks. They'll make spook lights and make you follow those little balls of light flying through the woods into the woods, and you get lost or stuck in a swamp or fall off a cliff. Uh, there's even a guy in the Bridgewater Triangle documentary talking about one of these pugwudgies saying, "He wants you, and he wants you," and telling him to come with him. And his dog was freaking out, and he's going, "What the fuck?" And it's a little small person, but like a little Bigfoot with a pot belly. Check out Cryptid Herd, Bridgewater Triangle. Check out Ghostlight Scene, Bridgewater Triangle. We got the Lantern Man. So me and a few friends went out to the abandoned railroad tracks in Bridgewater Triangle. We seen a light up ahead, thinking it's our friend back at base camp. We're still a mile away from him. We just saw a lantern up ahead of us swinging around. The story goes that an old railman used to actually walk the tracks with a lantern, and you'd see the lantern at night, and people have reported that for a long time. UFOs in the area. I've probably seen 5 UFOs now. Maybe the last one was a drone. Um, Big, very big, big enough for me and you to get into and fly around. So I want to ride. If you got one of these drones, let me know. I want to go for a ride on one of them. They're obviously flying perfectly fine. They're all over New Jersey. They're all over the fucking place. Last year they were right next to this base, the biggest on the East Coast, the biggest naval base right there. 17 days over Langley Air Force Base, over this Air Force Base, over another one down the street. Okay, for 17 days, they didn't do anything? They didn't shoot one down? what? You just let them do that? So they're just drones, but you didn't shoot them down over the major Air Force bases and the no-fly zones, or you couldn't shoot them down because they ain't ours. There's something going on which I don't care if I get in trouble for. I don't. Come at me, bro. I'm gonna be the Congress lady. Come at me, bro. Immaculate Constellation. Don't say that. You're on a list. Guys, if seriously here in the next few days. Has anyone seen the comedy movie Yesterday? It reminds me of the Mandela Effect. Such a funny movie. Yesterday. No, I don't think so, Wayne Dawson. I will definitely check that out. Yeah, Sheila, if you do start a channel and start doing that, you said South Carolina. I've always wanted to go to Roanoke, and I want to go North Carolina and work my way down. Maybe even go all the way to Florida. It's to the point where now I have so much on my list and things to look into that I can't even imagine. I know I'm going back up to Bridgewater Triangle and probably after Christmas, after the kid's born. Uh, I'm definitely investigating a few places up there that I've wanted to. I already know a few spots that I'm going to investigate. I don't want to say anything. Sheila, Crybaby Bridge. I do want to get to that. I have an actual foreman witness story where the whole crew quit because there were screams and baby crying, water splashes, and yeah, I'd probably quit too. Uh, I would quit too, Sheila. Fuck, you ain't old, G. Sorry, Spectral Whispers. I know. I'm only 37. I know. I feel a bit old when I start seeing stuff on TV like, do you guys remember the Ninja Turtles? What was the last one? No, fucking. Oh, Salute My Shorts. If you remember Salute My Shorts, then yeah, you're a bit old. Everybody's saying, "Hey, Central Mass Paranormal Society, hello." So I did mean to mention that too. I believe it is Central Mass, but the Happy Paranormal Hour or something. Uh, the 11th of next month, I'll be going on that live and just talking probably all about this stuff. By then, I will probably have a few more investigations, and who knows what's going to happen. I don't, because after the last one, I thought it's it's not eyes, but then I keep reviewing it, and it probably is eyes. I can't explain some stuff. Uh, it's very fun to do this. It's also very, well, weird. You're not always going to get results. It's very difficult to even go and talk about this stuff. Spectral, yeah, and anything good from the been bad that haven't been doing this night. CBF, GBF. Half the baby needs to come out. You're scary. Yeah, so I really do hope you guys check out some of these. Like, anybody on here usually has a channel, or check out Central Mass, check out Ghost Quest, check out Michael Birkin, check out Spectral Whispers, Sheila. My parents lived next to a man who believed he had little people in his yard. He built houses for them and food, left food. and trimmed his grass and would shout, "Yeah, if you're out there, cut, cut on his property." So the little people in the Fae actually really do interest me a lot. All over the world, there's stories of small people or the Fae folk or the little people of the woods. Stuff like that is very interesting. We have a Lantern Man legend here in South Carolina. Yeah, I've been told the old road was scary crazy. Actually saw the light going down in the creek. Sheila, that it's a lot all over. And then the Appalachian Trail, the whole mountain range from Maine to wherever, I think it's Georgia. Uh, the stories, the missing 411. There's stuff in the woods. There's these guys. There's Dogman. There's way more. We don't understand everything, and we have to realize that it's not just made up. It's fun to talk about, and it's fun to like make fun of people that think that like that. It's not made up. There is something going on. There is weird things in the woods. There are odd things we cannot explain. Are you planning something or what? Spectral Whispers. Me? No. Yorktown. I'm going to a battlefield maybe. Who knows, tomorrow maybe? I would love to meet up with you and go on Bridgewater Triangle. Central Mass Paranormal Society? Yes, I will. Next time I go up there, I have a few people I have to tell that I'm coming up there just to go see old friends. Nothing to do with actual investigation, but um, Easton State Forest, Freetown State Forest. I'd like to get back to Anawan Rock. I would like to go to the castle at Borderland. There's some movie locations I'd like to go to where movies have been filmed in that area. There is so much weird in Massachusetts. It's there's a whole book called Weird Massachusetts. There's weird New England. Another thing I plan on doing is going to Coral Castle. I want to get to Coral Castle down in Florida. I mean, it's too much for me to actually get to all of this and do everything I want to do. But randomly, I get lucky and I go places and I do things. So keep an eye out because you never know. I mean, I went to the biggest wooden nickel in the world. I went to the biggest frying pan in Iowa, which you could put 520 eggs into and cook. If you make it to South Carolina, you should do a joint ghost investigation. We could smoke a joint. I mean, we could do a ghost investigation. I'll do it. Oh, I will. Dragon Ranger, I'm here listening. Just finished dinner. What'd you have? What'd you have, Dragon Ranger? A steak? Listening to the back, cutting the kids' hair. Oh, Friday House, you're chopping hair off? I'm probably behind in chat. I am. Where's Crow of Judas? I just crowed the chat, but I'm gonna go back. Mac Smith, what's up? I didn't say you should investigate old house. Die 420, which said investigate to see if you could refine the about the beer bottles off the foundation in the basement. I probably did throw a beer bottle in the basement. There was one night I definitely had too many shots. My great grandmother, who lived to be 98, had a story of a man who walked in front of her in a buggy. It disappeared. Never seen again. A portal, maybe? That's cool. So that has happened to my sister. She went to Ireland, and my cousin Kathleen had lung problems and actually had to have her lungs replaced. But when they were in Ireland, on top of a mountain, it's just a big grassy hill mountain, a lady came up and talked to them and talked to Catherine, and she was probably like 12, 13, and she was basically dying. Her lungs were no good. She needed new lungs. Nikki said this woman gave her a mirror and said, check this mirror every once in a while and I'll be watching over you. And then walked away, and then they never saw her again. She disappeared off the mountain like she was never there. I believe that's why my cousin Catherine is still alive now. She's fine. She has new lungs and she's happy. And she actually was friends with Chewbacca. I forget his name. The actor was actually friends with her, and she's known as the littlest Wookiee. And he visited her in the hospital, and Chewbacca actually is friends with her, and she is the littlest Wookiee online. There was other things that happened during that too. When my sister went to Ireland, and they said Catherine maybe had a year to live, and then I think it was like the next year or two she got new lungs, and she's still with us. She's married. She's happy. She's having fun. Um, so having my little cousin being like really good friends with Chewbacca was really impressive. I just never like I never thought I would know Chewbacca or like say thank you to Chewbacca. The actual actor was a really nice guy. Very glad he did that for her. I didn't know at the time how big of a deal that was, but now looking back on it, Chewbacca was friends with my little cousin Catherine, and she's known as the littlest Wookiee. Pretty cool. Uh, I've had other weird things in my life like that too, where um, a lot of people don't believe in mediums or psychics or auto writing, but I have my Auntie D. My Auntie D, she lives in Florida still. She's like 90 something. But her whole life she did auto writing and would do sessions for people and do maybe even past life stuff. I never did it. She just said to my mom that I was new. I might have been here once before, and probably in medieval times. Maybe that's why I like swords. I love axes and swords and horses. I like medieval shit, Viking stuff. Um, but she did a past life regression on my mom. She did auto writing. She had impressed me enough to be like, there's no way you would know any of this. For like even some of my friends, my sister, um, people I never met, and then tell them things and they'd start crying. And I was always impressed with that. She'll still do it. And my Auntie D, very special old lady, amazing. Auto writing and the psychic ability is impressive. I don't I don't believe in much for psychics or like palm reading or tarot cards, but what she did and what I saw was very impressive. Uh, there's a lot more to everything in my life that has to do with paranormal. Just doing this and over the years of talking to people and trying to break into the field and make some headway and find out facts for myself or find videos and like actually film stuff and try and capture things. It's been fun. I've had a blast. I love doing this. I will continue to do this until I'm dead and a ghost. Talking about aliens, UFOs, ghosts, out of body experiences, remote viewing, everything, gnomes, fairies, Bigfoot, everything. I want everything. You have to, if you're going to look at one subject, fine, but you're looking into all of it. It doesn't matter at the point where paranormal becomes a group. You're not looking at one subject anymore. I don't think we realize exactly how much this. It's not all like disconnected. UFOs are one thing, and Bigfoot and aliens and ghosts, and a lot of it is connected. A lot of it is history. A lot of it is ourselves. A lot of it is human consciousness creating things. I think maybe collectively, because we've thought about a lot of this stuff for so long, that stuff might start to materialize, which is weird. Are we in a simulation? Do we live in the Matrix? Holy shit! Like, is there a multiverse? It goes and goes. You're talking serious rabbit hole. There's no. Well, we're looking at an old. We're looking at the dark web rabbit hole of this. No, it's all connected. It's weirdly all connected. I cut my oldest because she won't stay still. It's okay. Spectral whispers. Just give her a haircut. You gotta do it. Max Smith? No, not you. Before we put concrete in the basement, back when it was still when we had doors and barn doors. I wouldn't know. I when I went there, I just know I had weird things happen, dude. I knew something was going on. Mm, they were an old once a concrete when it set back in the house, jacked up the doors and didn't even correctly didn't line them up, didn't work correctly anymore. So Dad made a single door and that's aided the window. I added the window. Okay. I met the original actor who played Chewbacca, Wayne Dawson. Do you know that original actor's name? I know he's passed away now, but that's my cousin Catherine's good friend. He was in the hospital where there sometimes he gave a lot of money so she could have lung surgery. Chewbacca saved my cousin Catherine's life basically, and she's known as the littlest Chewbacca now, which is I don't know. It's so weird to think of something like that where I mean, then you look at my other stories and you're like, well, that maybe that's not his weirdest one. Maybe he did die. Maybe he did have an out of body experience. I do want to go to the Monroe Institute and have my own remote viewing and OBE sessions. It's a lot of money, so I don't think I'll do that anytime soon. It's like $2,000. But watching Chris Ramsey Area 52, he went there and did a whole thing on YouTube about it, and some other people that are friends with him went and did it. And what's going on is actually more important than I think human civilization realizes for our consciousness. We're all connected. I don't believe any. It doesn't matter white, black, purple. It doesn't matter what you are, or who you are, or what you believe. We're all connected in some way, and there is something going on subconsciously and consciously where we are all connected. Um, we're all connected in some way. I had another thing where uh, my brother-in-law Dave said, "Watch tomorrow. You're talking about UFO stuff and blah 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 and blah blah blah. Hunter Biden will have something happen." And what had happened when I woke up was drones all over New Jersey and maybe UFOs. We're not sure what these things are. Hunter Biden had just been pardoned. Why did you guys call? You called it. You said something with Hunter Biden's going to happen because UFO stuff's going on. And then Hunter Biden got pardoned for 11 years? Who the fuck gets a pardon for 11 years? Wouldn't it be 10 or like 5 or I need a 13-year pardon. Don't ask about that. The 13th. I need 13 here. You know what I mean? Like, there's other things going on. It is insane right now. Idiocracy. We're all freaking morons. Max Smith, no, it was such a weird area, always behind the workbench, and that was where the wall leaked. I don't know, but you definitely there's something going on with that. Maybe that is natural and it's like water leaking, or I don't know, but I definitely had weird things happen when I was there. I am behind in chat, aren't I? I'm not even reading this. I'm crowing the chat. I'm sorry. SrSpookfest, it was David Prowse. David Prowse? Yes. So the actor that played Chewbacca, thank you very much. I know he's gone now, but thank you very much. For my cousin Catherine, she's doing great. The littlest Wookie. Thank you very much, by the way, Wayne Dawson. Um, the pardon covered his time as Burisma in Ukraine. Whatever Ukraine. I think we should have helped North Carolina. I think we should have helped the hurricane relief before we sent anything else more over there. Sorry. I don't agree with what has been going on at all. Open the borders. Let everybody die in the United States. Give away free stuff to the foreigners. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be political. I don't want to get into politics. Um, Pardon covered his at the person in Ukraine, and Sheila says, "My brother is a pastor, does not believe in aliens or anything supernatural. We have a great discussion. I'm a Christian, and I believe in all this, love supernatural and aliens, etc. You can be whatever you want and believe in anything. I don't think. I mean, what are they going to say if it really does? The aliens do come down and land. What are the Christians going to say? Well, that's just part of it. Well, it is all real. Every weird story, every weird thing you've ever heard is probably real. Jesus was probably a real guy. He probably had kids. The other thing is the fountain of youth is actually a woman's womb. That's a whole. That's how we have life. Every woman on this planet has created this planet. There's no getting around that. So thank you, women, all women throughout history, for creating all of this. Um, it's so. I don't know what to say about a lot of it. I have no politics or religion myself. Um, here I that's my religion, Pathfinder and Thor's hammer, and you got to find your own path and believe in whatever you want. Um, Everything is good to believe in. If you're a good person, there's one way or the other, good or bad. That's it. There's good or bad. There's no race. There's no sexuality. There's no. You can't do anything wrong. It doesn't matter. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're a bad person, you're a bad person. There's two things to choose. Choose. Are you good or are you bad? And that's it. I'm always bad. But I'm usually pretty good. I do not want to hurt anyone or anything. I don't think you have to choose one religion. There's a lot out there. There's more than what we understand. I get believing Jesus is one and that's God and that's it, but there's more. It does not matter what you believe. We're people. You're human. Let's respect each other, have fun, talk to each other, discuss things. Why can't we have a natural debate? We can debate. Do we have to actually fight? Do we need war? I don't think we need war. It's gotten to the point where it's a little ridiculous. And how dumb are you? You want war. You want to fight. You want money. Sure, you want fame. You want money. You want to fight. There's a way to fight, and there's a way to do things. You don't have to be evil. A lot of people are evil, just straight up evil. I practice witchcraft on a daily basis. Me too. Well, I guess wizardcraft. I can't say witchcraft. That's rude to women. Today, I made a dirt ball. I put a bunch of energy into it. If I threw this at somebody, it'd probably kill them. When you make a Duro-Dango, it literally is putting all your energy into it. And I don't think the big one's going to work. This was not easy. Let's take it out. Oh, no. It might work. Oh, she's big. It's very delicate. At this stage, very delicate. This thing could explode and I threw dirt everywhere. But yeah, I'm gonna have to let this dry till tomorrow. But this is a Duro-Dango, and then it's gonna look a bit like this in a little while. Kind of looks like chocolate. I am tempted to give this to someone and say it's chocolate. It's not chocolate. It literally is just dirt and sand and yeah, that needs to dry more. But very fun to make. Oh shit. I am throwing dirt. Damn, dude, I just swept my room. Die 420 Witch, will you grab me a beer on your way home? Okay, that's an important question. Let's see what she says. My most important question of the night. Will you grab me a beer on the way home? My dirt ball. You didn't like my balls? You don't like my balls? This one's even better. I got this one super round. It's super hard too. It's starting to crack, but I think that's normal because it's just dirt. Not saying there weren't footsteps. Believe in the old bar lamp turned on without being plugged in. Don't know what there was stuff. Mac. Yeah, Mac Smith. You definitely got some weird shit going on. It's probably Eli. Hi, Eli. All human and should treat each other with love, respect daily, regardless. Sheila? Correct. I'm not really sure what all this fighting is about. I don't understand why. Are you grown up? Can you have a discussion? Then what the hell are you fighting about? Why are we screaming and fighting? I don't understand the debates with the presidential stuff. Who the hell cares who the president is? it really is not going to affect you that much, except for the cost of food and gas. These are celebrities. These are faces. There's not. It's not like it used to be. It's not like it's George Washington or something. Like this is celebrity deathmatch or celebrity. Who's the coolest? Who does the best? The popular vote. We're back in high school, people. Who's got the popular vote? Who's coolest? Right now, Beardo's really cool. Seg's really cool. Personally, I think a few other people are actually cooler than them. Crow Judas, Paranormal Monkey Podcast. Check out Paranormal Monkey Podcast. Yeah, you heard me. I don't care. I'll talk shit. I love those channels, all of them. Don't get me wrong. There still are real paranormal investigators. There are people trying to do what I do. There's people doing a great job. Ouija Brothers. Then you got music channels that are amazing. I don't really understand why they don't have more. Wisdom, Stay Tuned, Datsun, Natu Haunted. You got to look around. If you're into the paranormal, look around your paranormal community and get into it because you're a part of it. Friday House, dude. There are people on here really trying to find out about paranormal. There are people like Michael Birkin. There are people like Beardo debunking. There are people like Parple, who's just really fun and can debunk. Uh, World of Mr. Gray. There's so many. Casper Site's really fun to watch just because you can watch a bunch of his videos. It's funny. You may just listen to him in the background and giggle. But then every once in a while, maybe some of those videos are actually real. You don't know who you're going to see. How many people are using YouTube? How many people are investigating? Serious investigators, there's a good amount. Are some of them faking to make the mud? Hold on, let me check it out. All I got $50. Mayor, yeah, take it. Take that $50. Take that. Yeah, you take it. A lot of it is about money. I don't care if I ever make money. I'm glad I've caught what I've caught. I'm glad I can look back at it. I'm glad I can have memories. I don't have just paranormal. I have all sorts of videos, and I like it that way. I probably should have a second channel where I put all my paranormal on it, but I don't know. It's not me. I want this to be memories and investigations and skateboarding and you're listening, watching weird stuff that I do or a funny video. It's why I have thousands of videos. I don't want 100 videos with millions of views. I want 10,000 videos. I don't care if I get one more subscriber. I don't care if this ever gets monetized. It'd be nice. I am very broke. Obviously, I'm asking for a beer from the 420 itch. She probably left and was like, nope, I'm not getting him a beer. The I-420 witch has also had weird things happen at her old house in Middleborough. I had experiences. The kids that lived there had experiences. It's not as simple as what this and then debunk it. Oh, it's just natural. It doesn't work like that. Not in the paranormal. It's not perfect science. I get scientifically trying to prove it, but I do also think there's probably only one way, and that would be to take an Aura camera, which is a very expensive camera. It's a camera that takes people's picture and does their aura. You could see your own aura. Set that up in a haunted place and keep taking pictures all night and try and coax out whatever. And if you catch an aura of anything in that area, then you know there was a spirit there. That would be one possible way you could prove that paranormal exists. It's just an idea. Um, I don't know if it'd work. I don't know anything about that, but I know the camera's probably $100,000. An aura camera is usually stationary at like a facility or a college. But take that same type of camera, take pictures all around a haunted spot, and I say stay there for a week and keep taking pictures. See if you get an aura. If you get an aura in a doorway or up the stairs or something, and you get an aura and no one was around, wouldn't that suggest that there's absolutely a spirit in that area? Yes, that's scientific proof of otherworldly paranormal activity. So I know I'm not that big. I know I'm not a huge YouTuber, but if you have an aura camera and you work at a college or something like that, could we take it to the most haunted place? Could we move it? Could we even try this? Could we set up that camera in the most haunted room at the most haunted building? Some other stuff going on. The Conjuring House. I don't really have much to say about it. I really enjoy Jason Hawes. I enjoy a lot of paranormal channels. I enjoy a lot smaller channels. It seems a bit overblown now with what's going on. Whatever that lady's doing out the Conjuring House seems it does seem pretty bad. Uh, I think the land is haunted. Maybe not so much the house, but it probably does happen in the house. Let's see what you guys are saying because I've been talking crap. I will keep talking crap. Dave was sleeping over and it was still in the dining room and the start family room. The bar's still in there and rotary was still on the wall. It turned on itself. It turned on by itself and then shut off. Okay, Max Smith, that's awesome. Um, I wasn't there. Spectral Whispers, but not sure if I heard about it. I am not a paranormal theorist. I am more than of a paranormal theorist. Friday House. Make it rain. I did. I do have money for all of you. It's just really small $50 bills, but they're still $50 bill. $50 bill. $50 bill. $50 bill. Uh, I turned my back and unplugged it from the wall, and then it turned on again while unplugged. I went in the living room and told Dave and I had to stay there because there wasn't enough room in the living room. So that's cool. Michael Birkin, well, hell, I wasn't expecting to get up to 442 subscribers. Very humble about it, though. Good for you, Michael. Very humble. Humble. Getting over 200 subscribers is difficult. Do not underestimate the YouTube. It's very hard to hit the algorithm and get subscribers and talk to people. I mean, even me coming live like this, I'm used to going live, but not like really. I still get weirded out sometimes. This time last year, I only had 74 subs and I started investigating. It takes a long time, man. Just keep investigating. It's not easy. Spectre Whispers. I've hear Michael. I've heard everything. 140. I'm still floored. Meanwhile, I watched channels with 500,000 subs and end up, I'm just tickled. Over 140. If you have 100 subs, you're doing great. When I hit 100 subs, I was. It's weird. It definitely is. It's made me realize that people like even Josh Gates, I don't care. I've yelled at Josh Gates. I've sat in the time machine. Things have happened because I started YouTube. I sat in the Ghostbusters Echo 1 car. I've had a ghost voice in my ear. I've caught a UFO on here. I've caught other paranormal activity on here. I've caught a voice in the 1786 house. I got into the old Wizard of Mill Pond in Easton. The Devil's Footprints. Stuff. My favorite stuff has happened since I started YouTube. I think I'm on 5 or 6 years. I don't even know. But it's amazing. It's fun. I've made friends. I've gotten into communities. I've started Discords and just gone on Discords and shared stuff. It is a remarkable, awesome thing. I never would have met Michael Birkin. I would have met Friday House or Dragon Ranger. He's got a wizard wand of mine. He's probably shooting lasers out of it right now. Who the hell knows what he's doing? Sheila. I mean, it's so much awesome. It really is. It doesn't matter if you're big or small. I don't think it really fucking matters. Look what we're doing right now. This is fun, isn't it? I think it's fun. Sheila, SrSpookfest, and everyone. Supper's ready. Enjoying chatting and hugs and kisses until we meet again. Bye, Sheila. Eli Gosson, I've been watching, guys. Spectral at the end of the stream, send me a link. Bless Sheila. Stay safe. Happy holidays. I hope everybody did have a good Thanksgiving, and I hope everybody has a great holiday. Christmas, whatever you celebrate. Only 59 subs away from halfway monetization point because I already hit my first 1K watch time hours and you didn't even know it. That's impressive. It's hard. I think I got 1,000 watch hours and it is not easy. I'm getting close to 1,000 subs, but I don't care. If it gets monetized and I start making money, I'll probably make $1 a month. It's not going to change much for my channel. I don't think I'll ever change. Upgrading equipment, camera, maybe get a drone, and thermal. Some of the more mechanical. I want investigation equipment that has to be moved. So I want a music box you have to wind up. A few things that are cheap, so it's going to be the same. It would just be an upgrade in camera quality during lives. It would be an upgrade for my videos. Maybe I could even edit, get a laptop. I don't really edit that much. I don't have B-roll. I don't have an opening. I don't have a closing. It's just me, which I could do better. I could do it on my phone, but I like the raw. It's called YouTube because it's supposed to be about you and what you're doing. I'm not trying to make a movie. I could. I want to make movies. Yes, I would love to make horror movies. But you would definitely know that I'm not trying to do paranormal investigation when I came out with a movie or something, you know? Charging or crystal, just take 2 crystals and tap them together. Actually, if you're in a dark room and you're clicking 2 crystals together, you can actually see a spark. You can charge a crystal, put it in the moonlight. You could charge a crystal just by warming it up with your hands. Friday House. I'm not working hard on the current channel currently. I work on vids, but upload a bunch at once. Will be next year. Exactly. I upload a whole bunch of stuff at once usually, and then maybe I'll take like a week off. Um, I get the itch to go investigate, and then I'll go investigate. Maybe it will be live. Maybe it will just be filmed. I don't know what I do. I don't plan it. I want it to be natural. I'll never change. I just myself expecting to happen. I don't have much faith in my approach. Your approach is correct. Everybody's approach is correct. Nobody knows what equipment works. Nobody knows how to ghost hunt. Really, go do it. You could just bring a camera. You don't need anything else. Just a camera. Go see what you get, and that's it. Let's see, Freddy House. Tapping crystals together will create piezoelectric effect that produce light. Yeah, small light. They have found the crystal skulls. What when they looked through the crystal skulls in a microscope, basically it's a computer system. They're set up like microchips. So the theory on crystal skulls is once the 13th one is found, which we haven't found yet, we've found 11 or 12. But once the last real crystal skull is found, I think that's why Indiana Jones did that one. There's some theory about that, but crystal does hold. Um, I mean, it's in every device. It's in my phone right now. It's in your computers. It's fiber optics. It's everything. Gold, crystal, silver. When I learned about electricity after a few years of doing electrical school, I realized that real power is in stone or gold or crystal or basically things record things inside of them. Like crystal can hold history inside of it, which is crazy to think. Like that's naturally grown crystal, but it has thoughts of sorts. Very weird. That's a fringe science right there. That's its own. Max Smith Wayne, if you haven't ever dealt with a farm toilet, I don't care how big you are stand closer. They are smaller than you think. Petabytes of information can be stored in crystal. Yes, Friday House. That's when scientists looked into the crystal skulls that they believe were actually crystal skulls from thousands of years ago. They did find things. They did find lines of Bible verse. They found the 12 Dead Sea Scrolls, some of that. They found some of the Book of Enoch. They found names. They found popes. They found every pope from 1200 to now, but even before that. So some of these crystal skulls that were found in the Aztec and Mayan cultures, or even in Spain and different areas, Egypt, they hold information, and they can be proven that they have information inside of them. They don't know how it's done. They don't know why they would be. They don't understand where the information is coming from or how it's put into those crystal skulls. I guess it's kind of like a dirt ball. This has all my energy put into it. This probably has 4 or 5 hours of me going like this. So, yeah, it's just a dirt ball with some water, but I could probably shoot this out of a cannon. It has impact. It has mass now. It's done something where it was a powdery dirt, and I keep upsizing. So here's a bigger one. Very starting to crack and be all weird and whatever. But then, I mean, now I'm working on something that's that big. It is huge. I'm going to go size up again. I want red dirt. I want to put stuff inside of them. Maybe sell them. If you buy this, it's $40. It's a giant dirt ball. You smash it open. Inside is a crystal and some other, like maybe a note and some little thing or something like that. I gotta pee. I'll be back. Something home. Okay, so I will probably be ending this very soon. I just wanted to talk about UFOs, paranormal, all this stuff, debunking everything. Um, that 420 Please grab me a beer. Michael Birkin, Susan Pentel, Mass. Paranormal told me it was once he's got a wand she was going to charge with crystal and use them. You could definitely hold on to a crystal long enough where you're put your own energy into it. Weird things like that. Theory question: we cannot be the only beings in the universe. Other planets have life, and they did not have their own Jesus. Was he born on all of them? Good question, Friday House. Maybe they do have their own Jesus. It's different. Maybe it's somebody else or their own. It depends. I mean, obviously, there's other places in this universe with life. Michael Birkin, I will check the mail. We haven't got it yet, but you sent Kenny something. I do think Kenny Biddle is very good for debunking. Definitely hard to try and show him something and say it's paranormal. I'll say that. It's not. It's not that I don't think a lot of it is true. What he says is pretty true. It's very hard to catch paranormal. I'd still like to have his opinion on even my ghost voice out in the woods. He'll probably just say pareidolia, which is fine. I don't. It wouldn't matter to me what he says because I know what it is. It to me it is what it is. It's paranormal. So debunk all you want. I willingly open all my videos and everything I've done to paranormal debunking. Um, I love the debunkers. I love paranormal research. I love UFOs. I love cryptids. I love legends and myths. Uh, please check out everything. All the channels I've said. There's a lot. Um, check out Raw Side Laura. Very good. She interviews a lot of people. Paranormal Monkey podcast interviews a lot of people. Check out some of the debunkers, Mr. Gray, The World of Mr. Gray, and Beardo, and all of them. The Shape. Um, it gets to the point where you can't keep debunking, though. Like, some stuff you just can't. But I think I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you for coming in. I really do appreciate you. I don't think you realize how much. Next investigation, New Yorktown battlefields, because I figured it's only like 25 minutes from here. So let's go see if we can catch some Civil War ghosts. Let's go and fucking catch some ghosts. I will just bring my regular equipment and my actual manual equipment, the bell. I'll bring a little race car, my pendulum. Hopefully it's windless night. You guys rock. Check out all the channels I said, please. There's so much going on right now. I hope everybody stays safe. I hope everybody has a great holiday. I hope you enjoyed, Thanksgiving. I hope you get what you want for Christmas. Uh, and, I love you guys. You're all awesome. Keep up your good work. Keep up the search for paranormal. Keep up with debunking. Check everyone out, I said, please. And have a good night. Love you guys. Peace out. SrSpookfest is out.